Your child is in upper middle school or heading into high school, and you're watching them prepare for college admissions, for careers, for a world that's moving faster than you can keep up with, than they can keep up with. And we want them to have an edge. We want them to be ready. But ready for what exactly? I'm Dr. Sonali Dasgupta, founder of STEMonsters Education. We've been working with the students of Sparkling Mindz for the last couple of years on building skills that will help them not just excel, but thrive in this tech-driven but unknown world that is looming ahead. I have a PhD from IIT Delhi in physics, and I've spent the last 15 years, probably a little bit more than that, working across Europe with partners across the globe in both academia and the industry, including the European Space Agency, calling startups in Oxford and so forth. However, in the last 5 years, I've been trying to build a platform to enable students to build a mindset and skill set that are not threatened by technology changes. Because tech will change, that's a given. In fact, I talk regularly with professors at the higher educational institutes such as the IITs, university heads, industry leaders. And I can tell you one thing. The conversations there are not about the latest tech trends such as AI and robotics for students. It is about what will it take to help the students remain relevant in the age of AI and technology dominance. And it turns out that the most important skill that comes across every single time is the ability to learn, unlearn, and adapt fast. The Indian software industry has grown for the last 2 decades, right, on a foundation that's now completely changing. Nobody knows where it's headed next. And the engineers, technologists, and even the scientists who will thrive are the ones who can adapt faster than the technology itself starts changing. So when parents are asking me, why isn't my child learning AI? I completely understand the concern. But in order to prepare for that unknown, I want to share an observation that I have got after working with almost hundreds of children across schools in India. When students enter college, and later even when they enter the industry, they hit something unexpected. The problems get complex, and they realize they were never really taught how to handle that complexity. Schools, colleges, they teach you the theory, they teach you the concepts, but they are not able to teach the child the core skill that separates someone who thrives from someone who struggles. And over the last couple of years, we've been mentoring students to build exactly that skill. How to take something complicated and then break it down into smaller manageable pieces. And that's design thinking really, right? So how to tackle each of those smaller pieces individually to make the bigger solution. So example, your child sees the car parking system. Complicated, right? There's sensors, electronics, sound, light. But when we work with the children together, the children realize that it's actually just 3 simple things. Proximity sensor, distance measurement, which gives the distance measurement, and the output changes based on that. That's it, the whole system. Or maybe even the line following robot. It's just 2 infrared sensors and 2 motors with a feedback loop. Of course, these are simple examples. Things do get more complex as we look at the real world technologies and products. But then, those are built by adults, not children. What a child learns today will form the foundation of what they will build tomorrow. Once they learn to deconstruct complexity, they can apply it to anything, any field. Physics, mathematics, coding, any subject, any problem statement that they face. And that is the skill that gives them a real edge. Not for getting into college, but actually throughout their lives. And that's not a tangible skill that will become obsolete or be threatened in 5 years when AI takes over again. Or in a bigger way, that's adaptability, that's learnability. That's what colleges value. And that's what the industry really needs. Our association with Sparkling Mindz have been almost close to 4 years now. And what makes this work clearly impactful is in how the children are building these skills along with competency, not just on a superficial, factual level. They have been doing the technology courses like app design, 3D printing, Arduino, that builds the skills of design thinking, adaptability, learnability, teamwork. Because in the age of AI, the people who will thrive are the ones who can think systematically through a complex problem, build the problem statement. And we don't stop at just building the technical skills. Every project that your child does ties the technology to the real world mission. A problem that matters, a challenge that affects the real community. Because when a child understands why they are building something, not just how, they become more than a skilled problem solver. They become empathetic innovators, which is what we need for the world tomorrow. Your child won't be left behind. They will be ahead because they will know how to think for themselves and they will care about what they are solving for. And that's what we are building here. I welcome you all to come on Monday and look at the STEM Expo, look at the projects that the children have built, understand the thought process that's gone behind all of those projects, and understand the real core skills that they are building. See you on Monday.